Hello bloggers and developers. Welcome to bloggertutor.com, and today we will discuss about Cadence blocks and Elementor. In this video we will have a detailed comparison of Cadence blocks and Elementor with main 3 points. The first will be ease of use and design experience of both page builders and block editor. The second will be the features provided by Cadence blocks and features provided by Elementor. The third and the last but not least, page experience, page size and page speed of page developed by Cadence blocks, and page size and page speed of page developed by Elementor. So before proceeding to the desktop, first of all let's discuss about big misconception of block editor add-ons and Elementor page builder. So people usually think that Cadence blocks is a page builder, but it's not. It's an add-on for already developed block editor, which is Gutenberg, and it's the default page builder. You can say page builder, or you can say just a default editor of WordPress. So when you use Cadence, you actually use an add-on to extend the functionality and features of that Gutenberg, which is already available in WordPress. So from this point of view, you can say that that's the main reason why Cadence blocks or other block editor add-ons are faster than page builders, because they do not have a lot of JS itself. Some of the JS they use are from the Gutenberg itself. The second thing is, whereas Elementor is a complete package of page builder which have its own library of JS, CSS and HTML, and all the features that are included in Elementor is not available in WordPress block editor. Okay, they have their own customized headings, they have their own customized text box, etc. So let's move to desktop screen and I will show you the ease of use and designing experience of both Gutenberg block editor and Elementor. So firstly we will discuss on Gutenberg. Okay, so in this side we have the Cadence blocks and Cadence blocks Pro installed and activated. Now we will check what are the features in the Cadence blocks and how much easy it is to design a page using Cadence blocks. So let's create a new page and let's name it Cadence blocks overview. Okay, here you can see this is a this is block inserter button, or you can just type like this, raw layout. So you can just type a raw and yeah, you will have a raw. Now when you have this raw, you can see there is a setting icon here where you can have all the features provided in this raw. So let me have another raw, and in this raw I will have these two equal layouts, and here I will add an image, and from media library let me select an image. Okay, so let's say this is the image I want to use and select. Okay, now I can just click here, align it to center, and here I can have some demo text. Okay, so I can copy text from here, Control C. Okay, so I have pasted it. You can see there are all the raw and section, which means you can have this strip here which will tell you how much raw you have inserted and how much section do you have. So if I select the parent raw, this is the parent raw, and I can just change the alignment of the second raw inside it, and then I can select the second raw, and from second raw I can just select this as a middle. So this come to middle. Now if I have to design same simple layout on the Elementor, what should we have? So let's go to all pages, and here we have this Elementor overview, and you have to click on edit with Elementor. Because this is not a block editor add-on, you can't design on the default editing page. You have to go to another Elementor designing page. So just click on edit with Elementor. Okay, so now this page is open and we can let's design the same simple layout on the Elementor. So in the Elementor you have you have the similar button, this add button. I will add this raw layout, a parent raw layout. on this parent I can add another raw layout, which is the inner section. So I can just put it here, and now I can have these two boxes. Okay, so in the first box I want to add an image, so let's go here and then drag and drop the image, and yeah, and now I can just select the image from media library. Okay, so let's select the image, and from the image let's add a text heading on the right section. And there is one more thing, this text editor, so I will add the text editor instead of heading. So in this text editor I can just copy paste this thing. Okay, and I can remove this by just right click and delete. There should be delete. Yeah, now this is a little smaller, I can increase it to like heading 4 or maybe heading 2. Yeah, and since it's aligned to the top, we can change the alignment to the bottom. So vertical align, middle. So now this is in the middle. We have this designed using Elementor. So as you can see, Elementor interface is a little bit cleaner and you can say simple, and you can just drag and drop things which are available here. There are a lot of features, a lot of elements available here which you can add on your page design. Now when you click here to edit any raw, let me give you some overview. Here you can change the layout of this particular raw, you can style this raw, you can change background image, or you can add a video in the background, you can add a slideshow in the background. There are a lot of options available here. Then in the advanced section you can have a motion effect, responsiveness, you want to hide this particular raw on the mobile, you want to show it on the desktop, you can do it from here. You can have the same feature in Gutenberg alone, which is Cadence blocks, by just selecting the raw you want to edit. And yeah, when you scroll down you can see here there is visibility setting, which is the terminology for this responsiveness, where you want to hide things. Here you can choose to hide visible this particular row and column. Then you have animate on scroll, and you have a lot of animation setting. Same thing here, you can see there is a motion effect, which is a scroll effect, and that animation is animation and scroll setting. You can have box shadow, which is this shadow on the box. The same feature is available on the Elementor. So what is conclusion of this particular overview? From here you can see that the designing experience of Cadence blocks is a little bit, not too much, a little bit on the harder side. If you haven't designed the site on WordPress, or you are not familiar with terminologies, right, like padding, margin, text, headings, HTML format, and something like alignment. So these then you can then it may be difficult to design things on page builders like Cadence blocks. But if you are familiar with these terms, and you know the effect of these on your page design, you can use Cadence blocks seamlessly or flowly. Means it's not that hard, right? Let me add a video here, or you can say a video pop-up. So we have to scroll it down. Then you can see we have this add block button. Just select video, then you will see this video pop-up. And since the video pop-up is the only element here, it's taking the whole page size. So what we can do is we can just click on this three dot and click on insert before, then raw, and just add a raw layout. Okay, when you have a raw layout, just click on add, and then you can type video pop-up. Okay, so now this video pop-up is inside this raw, and I can customize the padding and margin of this particular thing. So if I do a padding of 300 from the left and 300 from right, you can see. Now let me remove this first of all, remove this block. Yep, so now you can see this video pop-up is available here. Now I can add a background image on this particular video pop-up. Let's say this one. So, oh sorry, this is not for this, it's for raw. For the video pop-up I can use this image. Yep. So yeah, so we have this good looking video pop-up. When you click on this pop-up button, this video will, if there is a video here, it will pop up and play. If we have to design same thing on Elementor, we have to click on this three dot. Let's first of all take a row layout, and then we can just add a video to it. So here it is. Okay, so this is the video. You can change the styling and everything from here. There are a lot of settings available here. You can play with these options. So let's end this ease of use and page and designing experience topic and move ahead to the features. What are the features provided by Cadence blocks, and what are the features and elements, or you can say what are the designing elements available in Cadence blocks, and what are the designing elements available in the Elementor. So when you click on this particular button, you can see there are almost I have never count them, but there are available options like heading, image, text editor, video, button, divider, spacer, icon, Google Map, or post, portfolio, gallery, form, login, slides, navigation menu, animated text and headlines. And this is hotspot. This is used for making image or making interactive images where you can map out the particular thing on image. This is price list, pricing table, flip box, very modern, and call to action, image and button, media carousel, testimonial carousel, and there are a lot of feature available here which are in the pro. Okay, then you can click on the site. For the site logo, site title and page title, there are singles, and there are some default WordPress elements which are available, which are pages, calendar, archive, audio, gallery. I don't know why WordPress is not removing this calendar section. It's have nothing in use. Okay, there are other options available here. So these are the things you can have a look properly by just pausing the video, or you can just try it on free version of Elementor if you want to try it out. Let's check the features of Cadence blocks. So when you click on this plus button, you will have these options. So you have spaces, dividers, which were available in Elementor, advanced button available in Elementor, row layout available in Elementor, icon, advanced heading, tabs. This tab is, I think, accordion in this particular. This have terminology of accordion, right? Yep. So you have these type of tab, three type of tabs, toggles and accordions. You have same thing here, tabs and accordions, info box, icon list, testimonial sliders, and advanced gallery, forms. You can have built-in forms with this page builder. You don't need any extra form plugin to have a form. Okay, the same is available in the Elementor 2, but that's in Elementor Pro. Next thing is table of content, post, countdown timer, image overlay, split content. Split content is basically the left side will have image and right side have text like this one of which I have created. And then you can see there are other elements like model pop-up, which is model means complete pop-up solution, and video pop-up which I have added here, advanced slider, and portfolio, grid carousel, and user info. So these are all the elements available in Cadence blocks, and these are the, I think, most common and mostly used elements in any page building design, and in any designing of page. Okay, in Elementor you get a lot of other extra features, like you get conditional text or conditional URLs, conditional buttons. So what this means is, whenever a user is on, let's say, on the login page, he will say some text as a login to this site or something like this. The text or the heading will come conditionally after applying some rules. So that's the thing available in Elementor, but currently not available in Cadence blocks. So if you are building a complex website which needs a fancy layout including conditional headings and titles, you can go with Elementor. But if you need a fast, responsive, and clean layout website, you should definitely go with Cadence blocks. Now these are the features, and I think that's enough. You have seen the features and how you can design things on this Cadence blocks and Elementor. Let's move ahead to the third main thing about the page size and page experience, which is the most important topic of this video, because we are discussing both things due to the page speed. Since Elementor is not that fast, we have to have an alternative of that, so that we should not compromise with design as well as speed. So let's check out the pages which I have designed. This is the page created with Elementor page builder. So let me show you the complete page. So this is the page, and the same page I have designed using Cadence blocks. So let's have a look. So this is the page designed using Cadence blocks. So, and here it is something like this one, maybe this one. So it's not that accurate, but it is very similar, right? Then we have this the divider, the designing divider, and here we have this divider like this. So yeah, this is a little bit more fancy, but this is not too bad. Then we have these things, and here we also have these things. Then I know the padding is not correct, because this is the rough design I have created. I don't have given too much time to it. I just created it because I wanted to check the same page design speed with the Elementor and with the Cadence blocks. So almost the same design. We have this gallery, and we have this testimonial slider available here. The testimonial here is a little bit different, you can see, but yeah, both are testimonial sliders, so it doesn't matter, right? Then we have this ready to start or call to action button, then this contact info, and then footer. And the theme used in this particular design is Cadence. And for this I don't know which theme has been used, because this is a template from the landingfactory.com. So let's check out the page speed of both. Okay, so let me copy this and open tools.pingdom to check the page size also. Okay, so okay, so it's testing now. But let me warn you about something. The website which I created is hosted on my hosting, which is SiteGround, and the landing page website which was created using Elementor is hosted on unknown server. I don't know which server they are using. So speed and server response time may vary, but currently we are checking the page size. So if a page size is like 500 KB from Cadence blocks and 1.5 MB from Elementor, the Cadence block is definitely going to load fast, because it have the smaller size, right? So here I have loaded this template on the Pingdom tool, and it's saying that it have the page size of 1.5 MB and load time of 2.49, and it have created 71 requests. So let me text another one. And also while this text is ongoing, let me show you some more things. The main size of this page is contributed by image. So 1.3 MB is image. You can see the JavaScript is very minimal, 71 KB. From this page you have only 73 KB of JS in this whole page, where you have sliders, testimonials, gallery, tabs. This is a tab, right? You can have this thing. So only 73 KB of JS is used, and without seeing the result of Elementor page builder, I am definitely saying it will have more than 400 KB of JS. So yeah, page size is larger, 2.2 MB, where here we have only 1.5 MB page size. The design is same, images are same, everything is same. Okay, then And the load time is definitely faster because I think the landing factory is using better server with optimization. I am not using any optimization plugin on this particular page. Okay, the load time is good, but the request, you see the request 107 request. In this we have only 71 requests. And then let's have a look on the contribution of the script. And yes, you see the JS used in the same page design, very minimal look, is 767 KB, which is 10 times the JS used by block editor, which is only 71 KB. So this is the difference. This makes a real difference. That's why Cadence blocks or any other block editor add-ons are faster than page builders, because page builder uses a lot of JS. For example, let's have a look on CSS. We have 56 KB CSS on Cadence blocks, and from here you can see we have 160 KB of CSS, right? 160 KB of CSS, and here we only have 56 KB. It's like 2x more than the Cadence blocks. Other things are like font. We have 55 KB of font. So font is the optional thing. You can optimize font by reducing number of font used in the page design, but that's not a problem. But the main problem is JS. So JS is the only thing that contribute 50% in the load time. You know, if your page have a lot of JS, it doesn't matter you have a Google Cloud server, you have a good caching, you have a better optimization plugin. If you have a JS, your site is definitely going to render late, because JS first of all need to be downloaded, they need to be executed using processor, and mobile devices don't have a lot of processing power, and hence they load that website slowly. So yeah, from this point of view, I can definitely say that from page speed test, Cadence blocks is the winner. So in conclusion, I want to mention two things. If you are a blogger or a business owners who do not need a lot of fancy look or fancy animation, and you can design website using Cadence blocks, then you should go with Cadence blocks, because it will definitely help you rank faster than your competition if they are using Elementor, because Elementor is definitely very slow, and bounce back rate is something that affects your conversion when you have a slow website, right? So, and Elementor is considerable for those who don't know how to build a website from scratch using block editor. They are just friendly with Elementor or some drag and drop page builders. They can go with Elementor, but try to switch to block editor if possible. If you can design the same layout on block editor, go with block editor. And trust me, if you will use it for like 5 to 10 days, you will be familiar with options, and it will be more easier than Elementor to design a page on Cadence blocks. So that's all for this video, and if you want these templates which I have designed on Elementor, there. Okay, one more thing that I want to discuss here is about templates, pre-built templates. Yes, Elementor definitely have a lot of pre-built template from their agency and third party also, but currently Cadence blocks does not offer a lot of templates. Yes, they have some templates, but they are not like thousands of templates. There are only 5 to 6 templates available there, and they are regularly adding them, but of course you have limited choice available in the Cadence blocks template library. So if you are someone who just import templates and edit it a little bit and then page design and complete it, you can use Elementor for that purpose. But if you are someone who like to create a website from scratch using some inspiration and then design it yourself, you can go with Cadence blocks, and you will definitely have the profit of better speed and SEO. There is one more. So this is the template I have designed on Cadence blocks. This is designed on Cadence blocks, and the same designed on the Elementor. So yeah, this is designed on Elementor, and the same thing I have designed on Cadence blocks. So yeah, you can look out. Oh, this is the wrong button. I have to remove this. I forgot to remove that. Okay, and here it is the menu, and which I have designed using block editor. The same menu is designed on the here. Okay, they have this $sign which I have not added, because as I say, this is the minimal design I have imported. So but I have included all the images used in this. Then here is the form designed using Elementor, and in this tab we have the form designed using Cadence blocks. So yeah, both are same, almost same, and I don't think people will consider Elementor if they can design the same thing on Blockator. Let's end this video, and if you want to purchase Cadence blocks, go with the Cadence block bundle, which will include Cadence theme. Yeah, currently they are having sale, and you can have this 1 year bundle at 129, which will include Cadence blocks, Cadence theme, and Pro Starter template. So make sure you subscribe this channel and hit the like button if you like the video, and share it with your colleagues if they need help choosing the page builder. Thank you, and soon we will upload a new video on the tutorial of Cadence blocks.